Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video I'm going to talk about the big news that's been happening in Dbz Dokkan Metal Global and JP. So for those of you who don't know, just a brief kind of summary. Essentially there has been a glitch in the game. That glitch, apparently it's been around for a while, but that glitch that is in the game has essentially allowed players to passively or actively, I guess, through a series of certain actions, multiply the passives and leader skills of all of their units, which has led to them being able to put up crazy numbers. Like, people have been able to put up attack stats of like 40 million damage. Units that do additionals essentially do like 15,000 additionals. Like, it multiplies every part of the passive. So units that have crit chance always crit. Units that have additionals always do like triple additionals, and the units attacks and everything all start multiplying, and just basically everything goes completely out of whack. And a lot of people have been using this glitch, especially over the last 24-48 hours, to essentially kind of complete content. So first thing I want to just talk about is the glitch. So glitches, at least, game-breaking glitches like this, when they're first discovered, generally speaking, people are never punished with these kind of glitches until a warning is issued. People do understand the kind of curiosity and the need for people to understand or try out these things. We've had glitches in the past. We've had people, point out errors on summon banners, and people have summoned after these errors were pointed out and then benefited from things like stone refunds and all those sort of things. And I think an important thing that people need to take note of is just the fact that until a warning is issued, generally people aren't punished. Now, I know some people have said they have been punished. I haven't really seen a lot of evidence of people being punished, but a lot of the times people aren't punished until a warning is put out. Now, there is a warning. It's been on screen, and it's basically saying that they are aware of the issue, and they basically play out a warning to all players that should people misuse this glitch, they will then take actions against them. Now, from my end, for people who've used this glitch to complete like all the content and get stones and summon units, you have taken the risk into your own hands. From my angle, before even getting into the semantics of it, if you knowingly use a glitch intentionally to complete or do something within a game, whether that's in an MMO to gain money or funds or infinite XP, or whether that's in, Dokkan to finish all the content, whatever the situation is, for me, if you knowingly use the glitch to abuse the system, then you are putting yourself at risk. I'm not going to talk about whether you're wrong or right or whatever the situation is, but you're knowingly putting yourself at risk. You then accept those risks if you make that decision. For me, that's what you should always live with. So if you went and you did the content with the glitch, you wanted the stones, you summoned the unit, you did it all knowing the risk of getting banned. If you assumed you would not be banned, then you were chugging copium. There's a chance to be banned. Now, I think if you use the glitch since the warning, you definitely should be banned. You're now knowingly doing something people have told you not to. If you use the glitch beforehand, and you used it once or twice, then, from my angle, I didn't use it, but I can't blame people for trying or being interested in something. It is a interesting kind of glitch. If you abused it to finish all the ESBR and SBR, then, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot anyway, because you're ruining the content for yourself. That's the kind of main point I wanted to get to, is people just kind of want to ruin the content. I know the biggest draw of Dokkan is summoning on units and getting units with flashy animations. It's a collection game. But the content is still something to use the unit on. It makes it worthwhile. People would collect the units, but your interest in the game would wane if all you had to do was quest. Imagine only having Quest to use all your top-notch units on. A game mode where they never tested, you always take double digits damage. You never do anything, you hit everyone, you kill them in one normal hit, you don't even have to super. Leader skills don't matter, passives don't matter. Does that sound like a game you would enjoy long term or be interested in? Everyone looks at the short term gain of finishing all the content to gain summons and stones, but you're ruining your long term benefits of the content. The content gives you something to enjoy your massive shiny collection of units, and when you get a new unit, it's still always interesting to see how they do in content. Videos that people always like is this unit versus ESBR, this unit versus Gods of Destruction, and that's because seeing how they perform in that content is interesting. So from my angle, if you use the glitch and used it once or twice, you wanted to sate your curiosity, I hope you don't get banned. If you used it to complete all the ESBR and SBR and you get banned and you then blame Dokkan Battle, or you blame other people, or you say it's unfair, I think you're living under a rock. You know, the government never thanks you. I've seen people say, oh, I'm a developer and we find bugs, and we thank people for finding those bugs. Have you ever been a developer of an MMO? Did you ever thank the guys that ruined your MMO's economy? What happens in MMOs when people milk the economy, ruin the gold inflation? Does the government ever thank you for committing tax fraud that they never thought of? You need to think of things like that. Sometimes abusing a system and then assuming people will thank you for figuring out the loophole doesn't make it okay. And I think a lot of people don't seem to look at that part of the situation. So that's just my 10 cents on the whole glitch thing. I didn't want to talk about it because I don't like pointing out glitches or bugs or main things like this, obviously, unless it's about summoning or getting stones or something cool. But I just thought, after reading a lot of the community's comments and seeing what people are saying, it's something that I just found interesting. It's more just interesting how the community gives itself this kind of sense of, you know, we can do whatever we want. It's kind of interesting to me because it kind of speaks of entitlement and a sense of, well, you know, it benefited me, so it can't be bad. And just, yeah, in general, just this kind of joy in essentially ruining the content in Dokkan. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, the content doesn't matter, and that's fine. I agree. The collecting, the summoning are the main joys of Dokkan. But I do feel that by removing the content's level of difficulty, you do kind of devalue everything else. I mean, why do people like no item runs? Yeah, it's a small part of the community, but people who genuinely do no item runs take pride in that fact. Now with people just doing no item runs with whatever and finishing all the hard content in an hour, none of it really feels the same. And it does take away from that value. So from my end, it's an interesting thing to see. Me personally, I hope no one gets banned. Not because I think it will affect Dokkan's population. I think people who say that have a very small-minded view of how big Dokkan's player base actually is, and just how big player bases are in general. But from my end, I just think that people getting banned doesn't really solve anything. Like, at the end of the day, the damage is done. Whether it's them devaluing the content or them getting some extra summons they didn't want to. For me, the damage is already over. So I don't think bans are necessary, and I hope not a lot of people do get banned. But if you do get banned, I hope that you learn from, you know, intentionally abusing something that shouldn't be abused. And for those of you who did it out of curiosity or anything like that, I think put your minds at ease and just understand that, you know, usually it starts from the warning. So if you didn't see the warning, here it is. Please try and not use or misuse the glitch. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching the video. And that's going to be it from me. So a bit of a stranger video, just kind of me talking, but I thought I'd cover it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments and we'll have a discussion about it. But as always, stay safe and bye.